Just let go, both let go and not letting go. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Together with everything, all at once. So it is release of the released for everything. All the same, not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. To let go both of let go and not let go, all the same. Let go of both, let go and not let go. Cut, both cut and not cut, all together with everything. For the least, it ends, the ending together, cut the cutting together. For the least, it ends, the ending cut, the cutting all together for one another. When you cut, both cut and not cut. Everything. For the least, you all can cut, both cut and not cut, together, help one another to end the ending, stopping. That the least of it. It's not our duty to support any beginning or ending of anything. So for the least, we can end the ending, stop the stopping for one another. From cut, the cutting itself. From cut, both cut and not cut. So for the least, we can end the ending for one another. We end the ending for one another. To cultivate anything that is a circulation, a cycle. To practice is also a circulation, a cycle. So cut. Step back and cut, the cutting itself for everything. It isn't about cultivating anything. So step back and cut, both cut and not cut, step back. It isn't about cultivating anything. You cultivate anything, you caught up in a loop. in whatever you cultivate.
ไม่สิ
So cut.
ตัวยุติเอง
Stop the stopping.
ไม่สิ
It's just my cut. Cut the cutting.
ไม่มันทั้งไม่ทั้ง
Cut
ไม่
both
ไม่
cut and not cut. My both my and not my.
จบมันทั้งตัวจบตัวไม่จบนั่นแหละ
Both end and not end.
ทุกอย่างเลย
With everything.
ถอยกลับมาไม่
Step back.
ไม่ถ้าไม่ไม่
Cut both cut and not
ถ
cut.
อยกลับมาไม่ตัวไม่เอง
Step back and cut the cutting itself. And cut both cut and not cut. Step back. With everything. All at once. So for the least, we can end the ending for one another. Stop the stopping for one
นี่ก็
another.
ประโยชน์มหาศาล
That is a great benefit already. Not our duty
ไม่มีหน้าที่ให้ไปเยี่ยม
to mislead anyone to cultivate or practice. It's not our duty to cultivate anything or to support anyone to cultivate, mislead anyone to cultivate. The cultivation itself is a beginning, is a becoming. So cut.
ไม่เอาไม่เอง
Cut in a way that we're not grasping on the cutting. Cut both cut and not cut.
พร้อมเลยที่อยาก
And together with everything all at once.
ไม่ใช่ไปยึดเกาะอยู่กับอะไร
Not to hold on or attach to anything. When we cut, the cutting itself, that is to end the ending, stop the stopping. It isn't about to hold on to anything together with everything.
จบตัวจบช่วยสังสวัสดิ์เป็น
So for the least, we know how to end the ending for the samsara. Stop the stopping for the samsara.
ไม่ใช่ไปเจริญ
It isn't about cultivate anything, not the mind,
ไปเจริญไปปฏิบัติมันก็เป็นตัววนเวียนซะเอง
not to practice.
Đi phát triển, đi thực hành đó là cái luẩn
You
quẩn.
are caught up in a loop,
สร้างการคอยเกิด
a cycle
Tự đi
of
vào
beginning and ending. You create a beginning and ending when you cultivate, you practice. So cut.
จะยุติไปกระทั่งตัวยุติ
It will end
nó dừng hết cả.
even the ending.
จะไม่เป็นปัญหาวนเวียน
Nó không
And
là
it won't be about desire to go on and on in a loop. Don't cut anything. Cut the cutting itself. Don't cut this or that. Step back and cut the cutting itself.
ไม่มันทั้งไม่ทั้ง
Cut both cut and not cut.
ที่จะจบตัวจบ
That is how you end the ending, a true ending of the end of the ending. That is a true stop. Stop the stopping. Don't take cut and cut off from this and that. That is not a true cut, not a true mind. Don't take mind and try to cut off from anything. Step back and cut both cut and not cut.
นั่นแหละแล้วมันจึงจะจบตัวจบจริง
And that is a true end of the ending, a true stop of the stopping. That will be a true end, the ending for one another, a true stop of stopping for one another, and together with everything, and the ending for everything.
ถอยกลับมาไม่เอา
Step
ไม่เอา
back
เอง
and not grasping the non-grasping itself.
ไม่เอาลูกก็ถอยกลับมาไม่เอาตัวไม่เอาเอง
Step back and not grasping
ไม่เอาไปไม่เอาอะไร
the not grasping. It isn't about trying to not grasping this or that or anything. Step back, not grasping the non-grasping itself.
แล้วมันจะคลายช่วย
And it will be the release of the release for the samsara. It isn't about cultivating.
คลายตัวคลายเอง
Release the release, relax the relax. It isn't about cultivating.
ไม่ยึดเม็ดให้นั่งตัว
Not attach even the non-attachment itself. It isn't about practice anything. It isn't about cultivating or practicing anything.
เนี่ยมันจบตัวจบเอง
That is
Như thế này là kết thúc cái
when it automatically end the ending.
Được.
Cut together with everything, all at once. So it ends the ending all together with everything. You don't cut, it's not gonna end. If you don't cut, it's not gonna stop.
ถ้าที่มันจะจบจริงๆก็ต้องถอยกลับมาไหม้ตัวไหม้เอง
And it's gonna be a true ending when you step back
มันจะจบจริง
and cut the cutting.
ไหม้มันก็ต้องตัวไหม้เอง
It will be a true ending when you step back and cut the cutting, not grasping even the non-grasping.
ตัวจบเอง
That is the end of the ending.
ทั้งตัวจบเอง
It ends even the ending itself.
ไม่ใช่เอาไหม้ไปไหม้
It isn't about take cut and try to cut from things.
ถอยกลับมาไหม้
Step back and cut the cutting itself. Step back and cut, not holding on to the cutting.
ถอยกลับมาไหม้มันทั้งไหม้ทั้ง
Step back and cut, both cut and not cut, together with everything. Step back.
ถอยกลับมาไม่เอาไม่ทั้งตัว
Step back and not grasping even the non-grasping itself. Step back and not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. That is a release, that let go of release. A blooming lotus, let go of blooming. It isn't about fixating on budding lotus or blooming lotus. If it's bloom, let go of the blooming. If it's a bud, let go of the budding. Blooming, let go of the blooming. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. Let go of both let go and not let go. Not not grasping, both grasping and not grasping.
ไม่เอามันทั้งตัวเอาตัว
Not grasping, either grasping or not grasping.
ทิ้งมันทั้งตัวทิ้งตัว
You let go, or both let go and not let go.
นั่นแหละมันจะได้จบ
And that is a true ending. How you can end for everything. That is it. Not grasping, either grasping or not grasping. So it is a blooming that let go of blooming all together with everything. So it can be a release that let go of released all at once with everything.
ไม่ใช่ไปหาหลักเกาะไม่ใช่
It isn't about trying to find anything to hold on to or cling to.
ไม่ต้องค้นหาลูก
It isn't about seeking for anything, not grasping the non-grasping itself right away.
ไม่ก็ไม่
To cut,
ไม่ต้องค้นหา
cut the cutting itself, you don't need to search or seek anymore.
ต้องค้นหา
Don't need to try to seek or search for anything. Not grasping, it's not grasping the non-grasping itself. Cut the cutting itself. Don't need to contemplate. It will be a desire overlaying if you try to contemplate or try to consider. If you give up the giving up itself.
ในการจะต้องสละ
So there is no burden of giving or not giving. Cut the cutting itself. So you don't need to try to cut or not cut anything. That is a burden, trying to cut and not cut. You're not grasping from the not grasping itself. So there is no more burden of trying to grasp or not grasp. In the burden of the noble ones. The burden of noble ones to renounce and not renounce will be ended. If you renounce the renouncing. Not grasping the non-grasping itself together with everything. It isn't about obsessed with cultivating anything and stuck in the cultivation. If you cultivate knowing, seeing, and you sustain in that state, you are stuck. together with everything. When you step back and cut the cutting, it has to be with everything simultaneously. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, together with everything. That is how you release the released for everything. It isn't about to emphasize the existence of samsara. If you cultivate, it is a cycle. In that cultivation, the cultivation itself is a cycle. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, that is it. That's the end of the ending. In that way, it won't be a samsara, it won't be a cycle, a circulation. You cut the cutting itself. Not grasping the non-grasping itself. It isn't about not grasping any of this or that or anything. Not grasping means not grasping the non-grasping itself, so it stops any circulation. Step back and cut the cutting and not grasping the non-grasping, together with everything. From cut the cutting, from not grasping the non-grasping, make it the same essence. And it will become without limit automatically. Release the release.